Jennifer here, and I have some more channeled messages. This is from Lucifer and a little bit about Lilith, not specifically, excuse me, from her per se. So I started this. This kind of took place between a conscious channeling and then some recorded. I did an auto recording. I may have been in the astral realm or somewhere deep in the recesses of the mind. But it started out with something I wrote to Lucifer. Star of the morning, I thank you for every lesson you've taught me, for they have made me a better person. The rapid ascension aspires me every day to be my true self. And so Lucifer started giving me a list, got up to 8 things on it, and then I will tell you each one and where I left off with it, because I have some work to do. Number 1, do not dampen your light for anyone. To be free is to be open without judgment or ego critique. To be free is to accept and to be accepted within reason. Do not dip your toes in the toxic cesspool and expect it not to burn. Move on, learn, carve your own path. A path of light and darkness balanced in harmony. Failing to trust in the perfect light shines, or failing to trust in the perfect light shines, the path can be treacherous at times. 2, to be more selfish is not an excuse for overindulgence. In order to be selfless and divine, one must be whole, complete, and that takes self-work and being selfish in a holistic and healthy manner. 3, ascension takes work, balance, and we, the demonic divine, do not suffer fools kindly. As I prepare to leave the infernal realm and make myself, it's really hard to read my handwriting here, but make myself, as I prepare to leave the infernal realm and make myself manifest, I fell from the celestial realm. I ruled the underworld and infernal realm. Now it's time to meet in the middle in the terrestrial realm. I will not be as one, I will be as many as all. Some may claim my incarnation. Beware the false prophets and charlatans. Do not follow those who only know darkness. Where there is no light, there is no soul. A masked vessel full of nothing and no one, trying to be something and someone, but vampirize all in their paths, trying to become. They devour your souls because they are forever hungry, starving, but nothing can satiate this void, their void. 4, even as I disperse as one to be many, I exist beyond time and realm constrictions. Call upon me as you have my essence within you. To those that do, they will see me in everything. The apotheosis in humanity becoming divine and the divine becoming more human. The demonic divine and the human divine. 5, there is no heaven, there is no hell, just energy made manifest, existing inside and outside of time, in all realms, from the first blink of existence to the last blink of finality. Energy is all that you see, all that you do, every thought, every sensation. To work with energy is beyond energy, frequency, vibration. DNA is your unique code, activation, release. It's the key that opens all doors. 6, noted 666, the number of the beast. There are no beasts, only divine. I am the great awakening. In nomine lux fair. And number 7, this is where I transitioned into sort of the audio recording and the astral realm. So I noted Lucifer is becoming manifest in the terrestrial realm, and I noted I had taken an Amanita muscaria gummy. I was taken back to the infernal high courts with Azazel. They were deciding who shall be the new Lucifer, the new ruler of the infernal realm. From behind the high courts, and I talked about that in the recent video I did with Azazel. Maybe I'll put a link to that below for reference. From behind the high courts, a rift opened. And there was a really wide, grand, ethereal staircase. It was very white and gold and silver, very shimmering. And a woman emerged and started descending the staircase in this just glowing white, like gown, crown, and everything. And she looked so different, but I knew at once it was Lilith. She is to be the new Lucifer to rule the infernal realms. And where I left off with this is apparently I need to write the new tenets of the Infernal realm and Luciferianism, starting with self-mastery. I always have homework to do. But yeah, so that's kind of where I went with that. And I started thinking about it because I know, like, taking it, the pop cultural reference into equation. Like, I know in, what was it, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, I forget the storyline, but I know Lilith becomes the queen of hell in it, but it was very different. Like, I mean, she looked so different. Like, Lilith never appears in all white to me, usually very crimson, very jewel tone, if she's wearing clothes at all. Guess she'd be like that sometimes. Oops. But so yeah, that was a really interesting message. And one I think that we really need to kind of look at in this day and age, not just, in the occult spectrum, but looking at, the way of the world as it is in 2023, which is not so great, actually. Yeah, so it's really interesting because I feel like all the messages I get are about balance and restoring harmony. And I look around, especially like the black magic occults, left hand path scene. And there's those who get it. Like, it's about balance, it's not just, cursing everyone and, being a badass black magician. Um, you know, or or being a badass meth magician. I'm like, I know, been there, done that. Not shit for me. But cattiness aside, a lot of what they're saying is kind of be careful whom you follow, whom you align with, and to really do a lot of self work and exploration, because it's easy to get caught up and lost in these things. And I feel like I learned some lessons there about who to align with along the way, and the people who are your ride or die people, and who are you serve no purpose other than if you follow lockstep in line with me, you're great. If not, fuck you, go die in a fire. And then you're suddenly being death cursed because how dare you disagree with anyone or question things or be friends with someone that they don't like. The horrors. It's like high school, except way more obnoxious. But I digress. I think that was a really great message from Lucifer. He's been like, I've gotten this feeling for a while, because I've been working with Lucifer as my patron for like the past 3 years, and there's been something recently going on. Like, I've been like, Lucifer's in a whole ass mood lately. Like, he's just like not like, he just was very like on the move and driven, and like seemed like he was like going somewhere. Like, it was always like streaming down a hallway or something like that. It was never kind of more, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good word to describe it, but and his messages became a lot more pointed, instead of kind of, it can be a little lovey-dovey at times and schmoopy, as I call it. But like, it seemed like there was something going on there, and not for nothing, that was a pretty powerful message. But again, gnosis is gnosis. Excuse me. Other people might get other messages, but one other thing, and I've talked to a lot of other people that I'm friends with and colleagues with in the occult, especially ones who work with Lilith, because she is like the matron deity I've been working with for, again, the past 3 years. Probably a little bit longer than Lucifer, but only by like maybe a month. She has been like on the move, like in the Great Awakening, like really kind of, just, yeah, the awakening people and bringing them into the the expansiveness of consciousness and the occult and magic, and getting in touch with, I want to say, like, our more, going back to our roots, like the old gods, the old ways and things like that, but in kind of also, but in the modern sense, of awakening. So it makes sense in that context that they were carving the path for her, and she was, as she was waking up people and empowering them more, that she would be the person that would kind of be taking over in that sense. I have to check in on it, see how things are going. If anyone's had any similar gnosis, but let me know. Happy to compare notes. Because sometimes I have to wonder, like with people who are like claiming to work with entities, such as Lucifer, but like are not living in the light of Lucifer, as it were. Because and maybe it's the difference between Luciferianism and Satanism, or black magic and demonolatry, or left-hand path ethos and philosophy. But a lot of people, I think, claim to do things that I'm like, I'm pretty sure if you're a raging misogynist and abuser, you might think you're working with Lilith, but I'm pretty sure she's going to chew you up and spit you out, and you're lucky if you have to go home with. So have fun with that. Because I've seen those people like claim to be working with Lilith and whatnot, and I'm like, all right, because I have a feeling if you were really working with Lilith, it'd be like this. You would be doing this. Because she would chew you up and spit you out in a heartbeat. So, anyways, dramatic hair flip aside, I think I'm gonna end it there. Let me know what you think, and I will be back as always if I get new channel messages in, or when I get new channel messages in. Sometimes I don't post all of them because some of them are more like to my personal life. And I don't need to spill the tea on that. And I do like to have some modicum of privacy. So, anyways, thank you for watching. I love you all. Hail yourselves.